Well, good morning, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Father and Sons Fishing is here today in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Thankfully, the restrictions have been lifted, and I was able to get a couple days off of work to get down here for a much-needed break. Now, I am fishing this morning at Oregon Inlet. Behind me, you can see the Mark Bass Night Bridge, and just a little bit further behind me, you can see the remnants of the old Bonner Bridge, and then the north side of the inlet is back over in that direction. But I'm here wading in the south part of the inlet, and I'm going to stop doing some talking so we can get on the fishing. I'll see you on the water. Well, actually, I mean, I am on the water right now. I'm literally in the water. But what I mean is I'm going to get my GoPro on and I'm going to narrate from that. All right, I'll see you in just a second. Okay, and I'm ready to go. I'm going to show you what I'm using for bait, and it's one of these Z-Man, I think it's the Minnow Z, just a soft plastic swim bait. And I was watching one of Don's videos on Bucktails Outdoors, and he was talking about his confidence lure was a spinner bait. Well, it's interesting because this is definitely my confidence bait. I've caught more fish on this than any other lure, and so this is what we're going to start out with. Now I have a 1/4 ounce jig head on here, and I tie this directly to my braided line, not because I'm trying to do anything different, simply because the last time I used this pole, I got snagged, had to break the leader, the monofilament leader, and I just forgot to retie. So the water is a bit murky right now. I don't think it's going to make too big of a difference. We will see. Now, one final thing, I don't know if y'all can see this, but I've got a little zip tie around the neck of this, and I learned that this is a really good way to keep the swim baits on so you don't have to, re-rig them each time. So let's see if we can catch them. All right, first cast. Oh, I had a bite. Is he gonna come back for it? Yes! Fish on! First cast. Oh yeah. What is this? This, my friends, what is it? Oh, it's a trout. Speckled trout. I think it's gonna be close to keeping size too. Okay, look at this, guys. First cast, first fish. A beautiful speckled trout. Keeping size here in North Carolina is 14 inches. This guy's gonna be right there. I'm gonna measure him. Okay, I've got this mark on my pole, and he definitely keeps. Okay, I'm gonna take care of this guy off camera, but I'll tell you all what I do in just a second. That is definitely a good start to the day. One cast, one keeper on the stringer. And when I'm taking fish home, what I always try to do is, even if it's a bluegill, I try to basically just stab him in the brain and kind of put him out of his misery, and then I will bleed him by just kind of cutting through the gills or at the bottom of the fish, because once they're dead, their heart will still beat, and that'll pump the blood out. And so it gets rid of the blood, but it also doesn't let the fish kind of just struggle and suffocate and build up lactic acid. So if you can do it, that's what I'd recommend. I think it makes the meat taste better. Okay, enough blabbing. Let's get another cast in here. Now, another thing about how I'm fishing, I am kind of slow fish at this. For a while, I think I made the mistake of going too fast. And so I am just really making sure this thing sits on the bottom. I'm giving a little jiggle and then just a little reel. Now I'm getting pretty close, but I caught that last one only about 8 foot away from me. So I'm just kind of using every single inch of this cast. Oh, I got another bite right where that other one was too. Now the other one came back for us. Let's see if that happens this time. I mean, it's like literally right by my feet here. There's a bit of a ledge that runs along this way, so I'm gonna walk out this way and cast back towards the jetty so I can kind of run the bait along that ledge. And it's a steep drop. I'm kind of right on the edge of it right now. It is a steep drop off. You do not want to slide down, especially right now when the tide's a little bit higher, because you can easily get over your chest level in water depth. So another thing you can do is to make sure that you're letting the bait sink is to cast, get out your phone, and then, speaking of Bucktails Outdoors, I got a comment from him. As I was having my morning coffee, I watched one of his videos, the one where he caught all these newts on a blue Senko worm. And Don, I owe you one more video. I'm a little bit behind on your channel, but I promise I will catch up soon. Maybe as I'm eating some fresh trout later today. All right, that's definitely on the bottom. See if we can get another fish. Or as my buddy Lip Ripper Fishing 215 would say, a trouto. I got to get James out here fishing in the Outer Banks, catching some troutos. And what would we call it? What would he call a bluefish? A bluey, a blue-a-rooney? A blue-a-rooney. I love it. Oh, I'm getting bites down here. I know there's got to be some more troutos in here. Some bluefish. Fish on, fish on. Got to be a little bit. All right, let's yell a little bit less loud. All right, this one is on. Finally, got a lot of head shakes here. I'm gonna guess a trout. Typically, if it, oh no, that could be a blue. I was just gonna say if it was a bluefish, they usually would have jumped by now, and that one just jumped. What is this? I can't see it yet. This is a bluefish. It's a good, oh my God, this is a good one. Okay, hello bluefish. This is a good eating size bluefish, gang. Oh my God, look at that fish. Look at that fish. He is not too happy with me right now. Boy, bluefish are so hard to unbait. You got to be really careful with their teeth. And this guy is really grabbing on here. I also want to try to save my lure if possible. This is a nice fish. There's a fish. Nice. What do we got here? This does not feel, at least right now, like a big one, so I'm gonna guess small trout. Yep. Oh! Quick release. Yeah, he was close to keeping size, but it was about a 12, 13 inch trout. I was gonna let that one go anyway. So just as well. Here at Father and Sons Fishing, if we ain't gonna keep them, we advocate a quick release. Well, gang, the one thing that the zip ties will not protect against is when your tail gets bitten off. So we're gonna go switch this out. Sorry, this guy here caught me a lot of fish, so thank you for your service. Okay, gang, back at it here with a different lure here, and I just went with a I don't know what color this is actually called on the package, but it's more of a greenish speckled back and then a clear whitish belly. And that is the one thing about bluefish. If you are fishing where they are with soft plastic baits, you are going to go through some of those baits, because if they chomp the tail, it's going to come right off. The speckled trout definitely have some wicked looking teeth, but they just don't seem to go through lures like the bluefish do. Okay, so a little bit about this spot. This here is also part of the Bonner Bridge, which they're going to turn into a fishing pier. So this location is going to be changing quite a bit once that's a fishing pier, and I don't know what fishing in this particular spot will be like, so I'm going to enjoy every single outing here I can. Well, folks, oh, it just really turned off. Okay, so I ended that part of the video kind of abruptly. When I got to Oregon Inlet, I caught a keeper trout on that first cast, and in another 10 minutes I had that really nice bluefish, and then it just kind of shut off after that. So we're going to do a little crabbing, see what's going on, see if we can have some more good content for this video. What do you think, Rye?
Hi, from Father and Sons Fishing.
Swing it over here, that's a keeper. That's a keeper.
Oh, it's a American one.
That's a great one, that's a keeper. Got him. I got two of them, y'all. Good morning, y'all. This is GoPro test. GoPro test 1, 2, 3. You working today? Oh wait, I thought this was my wire leader. Oh shoot. Oh, there's a skate down there. What's up, skate? I'm like in the middle of the water talking to myself, and there's some dude over here looking at me.